Well, the head of South Korea's governing party has called for the swift removal of the president who caused outrage early this week by declaring martial law. It's a change in position from the governing party, which earlier said it opposed impeachment. East Asia correspondent Kathleen Calderwood joins us now from Seoul. And Kathleen, there's a lot of change going on there today, I understand. But first, can you just talk us through how we got to this position?
Well, Kath, this all began late on Tuesday night where President Yeol declared martial law. It was completely unexpected. He did it in an unannounced, nationally televised address to the nation, citing anti-state forces and pro-North Korean forces, providing no evidence of any such conspiracy. And then we saw the about 190 lawmakers from the opposition parties managed to get here to the National Assembly within a couple of hours. In that time, members of the public had turned out to protest, but also there had been military and police deployed on the street. There were remarkable images, actually, of lawmakers and aides in the legislature barricading doors and windows to try and stop the military from getting in. So they managed to convene the parliament, and with those 190 voted in majority to block that martial law declaration. Now, President Yoon did agree to that a few hours later. So all in all, the period of martial law lasted about 6 hours. But of course, that has caused days-long uproar here in South Korea. President Yoon was already deeply unpopular, but now people are calling for his resignation or failing that, his impeachment.
OK, and just how likely then is it that the president will be impeached?
Well, at the moment, there's 300 lawmakers in the legislature. Now, to pass the impeachment motion, they need a higher majority than usual of 2/3. So they're just short of having those numbers. So that means that members of the president's party, the People Power Party, some of them would have to vote for his impeachment if that motion is going to pass. Now, as you mentioned, originally the People Power Party had said that they were going to oppose this motion. However, there's been quite a flurry this morning of information with the leader of that party coming out saying that he now does think that the president should be suspended from his duties urgently. He didn't go as far as saying that the party would vote for impeachment. He is calling for an immediate suspension, but they have convened an emergency meeting, which we believe is still ongoing. So obviously everyone's waiting to see if they come out of that meeting having changed that stance or suggesting another method of getting rid of the president. Now, interestingly, part of the reason for this is that the leader of the People Power Party, he said that he is getting information about the president. He has received information that the president ordered the arrest of several political figures here, and both he and people from the main opposition party, the Democratic Party, are saying that they're receiving information that there is a possibility that the president could call martial law for a second time. Now, that seems really far-fetched, to be honest, but there is information coming through, as I said, from both sides of politics and from a military human rights group saying that there are some strange things going on in the military. So probably more just a posturing or people being on standby, but certainly very worrying on the backdrop of what's happened here the last few days.
Absolutely. And Kathleen, what's the feeling like amongst the public?
Well, people here are extremely angry. Members of the public have been out protesting every night since martial law was declared. As I said, some did turn out here that night and some were here overnight. Such was the strength of feeling about this martial law declaration. We've been attending the protests every day and people here are extremely angry. They want to see the president resign or be impeached. Interestingly, President Yoon has basically gone to ground. We haven't heard from him really in the last couple of days at all. His defence minister did resign, saying he took full responsibility for the declaration because it's being reported here that it was he who suggested personally to the president that he should declare martial law. However, people are not satisfied with just that one resignation. They do want to see the president go. Quite a few people last night telling us that they really want to put pressure both on the president to resign but also on the People Power Party, the ruling party, to show that they want them to vote for that impeachment motion to end the leadership of President Yoon.